占据市区。
straightforward,
straightforward, straightforward.
eventual,
Eventual, eventual.
overseas,
Overseas, overseas.
parallel,
Parallel, parallel.
classic,
Classic, classic.
minimal,
Minimal, minimal.
passive,
Passive, passive.
domestic,
Domestic, domestic.
inevitable,
Inevitable, inevitable.
diverse,
Diverse, diverse.
implicit,
Implicit, implicit.
mature,
Mature, mature.
adult,
Adult, adult.
adequate,
Adequate, adequate.
abstract,
Abstract, abstract.
preliminary,
Preliminary, preliminary.
intelligent,
Intelligent, intelligent.
soul,
Soul, soul.
contemporary,
Contemporary, contemporary.
qualitative,
Qualitative, qualitative.
unique,
Unique, unique.
brief,
Brief, brief.
legal,
Legal, legal.
widespread,
Widespread, widespread.
discrete,
Discrete, discrete.
rigid,
Rigid, rigid.
individual,
Individual, individual.
radical,
Radical, radical.
civil,
Civil, civil.
integral,
Integral, integral.
intrinsic,
Intrinsic, intrinsic.
inherent,
Inherent, inherent.
comprehensive,
Comprehensive, comprehensive.
nuclear,
Nuclear, nuclear.
chemical,
Chemical, chemical.
fundamental,
Fundamental, fundamental.
subordinate,
Subordinate, subordinate.
forthcoming,
Forthcoming, forthcoming.
summary,
Summary, summary.
technical,
Technical, technical.
ongoing,
Ongoing, ongoing.
major,
Major, major.
minor,
Minor, minor.
distinct,
Distinct, distinct.
approximate,
Approximate, approximate.
precise,
Precise, precise.
accurate,
Accurate, accurate.
mental,
Mental, mental.
select,
Select, select.
enormous,
Enormous, enormous.
crucial,
Crucial, crucial.
military,
Military, military.
visible,
Visible, visible.
compatible,
Compatible, compatible.
available,
Available, available.
objective,
Objective, objective.
tense,
Tense, tense.
secure,
Secure, secure.
similar,
Similar, similar.
federal,
Federal, federal.
alternative,
Alternative, alternative.
adjacent,
Adjacent, adjacent.
temporary,
Temporary, temporary.
annual,
Annual, annual.
specific,
Specific, specific.
definite,
Definite, definite.
evident,
Evident, evident.
obvious,
Obvious, obvious.
internal,
Internal, internal.
odd,
Odd, odd.
potential,
Potential, potential.
intense,
Intense, intense.
uniform,
Uniform, uniform.
positive,
Positive, positive.
random,
Random, random.
corporate,
Corporate, corporate.
physical,
Physical, physical.
rational,
Rational, rational.
virtual,
Virtual, virtual.
constant,
Constant, constant.
visual,
Visual, visual.
appropriate,
appropriate, appropriate,
primary,
primary, primary,
prime,
prime, prime,
subsequent,
subsequent, subsequent,
arbitrary,
arbitrary, arbitrary,
so-called,
so-called, so-called,
coherent,
coherent, coherent,
coordinate,
coordinate, coordinate,
concurrent,
concurrent, concurrent,
identical,
identical, identical,
statistic,
statistic, statistic,
external,
external, external,
stable,
stable, stable,
ignorant,
ignorant, ignorant,
previous,
previous, previous,
apparent,
apparent, apparent,
considerable,
considerable, considerable,
equivalent,
equivalent, equivalent,
reverse,
reverse, reverse,
converse,
converse, converse,
contrary,
contrary, contrary,
mutual,
mutual, mutual,
explicit,
explicit, explicit,
liberal,
liberal, liberal,
medical,
medical, medical,
empirical,
empirical, empirical,
flexible,
flexible, flexible,
aware,
aware, aware,
ambiguous,
ambiguous, ambiguous,
manual,
manual, manual,
prior,
prior, prior,
complex,
complex, complex,
relevant,
relevant, relevant,
dynamic,
dynamic, dynamic,
capable,
capable, capable,
finite,
finite, finite,
predominant,
predominant, predominant,
normal,
normal, normal,
valid,
valid, valid,
plus,
plus, plus,
professional,
professional, professional,
medium,
medium, medium,
intermediate,
intermediate, intermediate,
neutral,
neutral, neutral,
ethnic,
ethnic, ethnic,
significant,
significant, significant,
expert,
expert, expert,
voluntary,
voluntary, voluntary,
overall,
overall, overall,
sufficient,
sufficient, sufficient,
initial,
initial, initial,
minimum,
minimum, minimum,
ultimate,
ultimate, ultimate,
final,
final, final,
principal,
principal, principal,
consequent,
consequent, consequent,
hence,
hence, hence,
furthermore,
furthermore, furthermore,
notwithstanding,
notwithstanding, notwithstanding,
whereby,
whereby, whereby,
nevertheless,
nevertheless, nevertheless,
somewhat,
somewhat, somewhat,
nonetheless,
nonetheless, nonetheless,
likewise,
likewise, likewise,
thereby,
thereby, thereby,
whereas,
whereas, whereas,
albeit,
albeit, albeit,
scenario,
scenario, scenario,
version,
version, version,
grade,
grade, grade,
element,
element, element,
bulk,
bulk, bulk,
trigger,
trigger, trigger,
target,
target, target,
parameter,
parameter, parameter,
paradigm,
paradigm, paradigm,
period,
period, period,
ministry,
ministry, ministry,
gender,
gender, gender,
aggregate,
aggregate, aggregate,
percent,
percent, percent,
transit,
transit, transit,
aid,
aid, aid,
guarantee,
guarantee, guarantee.
context,
Context, context.
reject,
Reject, reject.
ratio,
Ratio, ratio.
label,
Label, label.
criteria,
Criteria, criteria.
norm,
Norm, norm.
complement,
Complement, complement.
subsidy,
Subsidy, subsidy.
supplement,
Supplement, supplement.
grant,
Grant, grant.
reluctance,
Reluctance, reluctance.
sector,
Sector, sector.
finance,
Finance, finance.
draft,
Draft, draft.
layer,
Layer, layer.
output,
Output, output.
display,
Display, display.
component,
Component, component.
duration,
Duration, duration.
dimension,
Dimension, dimension.
tradition,
Tradition, tradition.
clause,
Clause, clause.
error,
Error, error.
tape,
Tape, tape.
collapse,
Collapse, collapse.
ethic,
Ethic, ethic.
register,
Register, register.
hierarchy,
Hierarchy, hierarchy.
globe,
Globe, globe.
region,
Region, region.
orient,
Orient, orient.
motive,
Motive, motive.
insight,
Insight, insight.
paragraph,
Paragraph, paragraph.
team,
Team, team.
contrast,
Contrast, contrast.
publication,
Publication, publication.
incidents,
Incidents, incidents.
code,
Code, code.
domain,
Domain, domain.
method,
Method, method.
behalf,
Behalf, behalf.
aspect,
Aspect, aspect.
mode,
Mode, mode.
abandon,
Abandon, abandon.
fee,
Fee, fee.
style,
Style, style.
compound,
Compound, compound.
notion,
Notion, notion.
concept,
Concept, concept.
revolution,
Revolution, revolution.
implement,
Implement, implement.
task,
Task, task.
controversy,
Controversy, controversy.
document,
Document, document.
function,
Function, function.
framework,
Framework, framework.
purchase,
Purchase, purchase.
estimate,
Estimate, estimate.
core,
Core, core.
process,
Process, process.
channel,
Channel, channel.
source,
Source, source.
link,
Link, link.
circumstance,
Circumstance, circumstance.
environment,
Environment, environment.
energy,
Energy, energy.
partner,
Partner, partner.
mechanism,
Mechanism, mechanism.
infrastructure,
Infrastructure, infrastructure.
fund,
Fund, fund.
incentive,
Incentive, incentive.
technique,
Technique, technique.
hypothesis,
Hypothesis, hypothesis.
interval,
Interval, interval.
monitor,
Monitor, monitor.
foundation,
Foundation, foundation.
welfare,
Welfare, welfare.
vehicle,
Vehicle, vehicle.
focus,
Focus, focus.
phase,
Phase, phase.
contact,
Contact, contact.
successor,
Successor, successor.
economy,
economy, economy.
structure,
Structure, structure.
outcome,
Outcome, outcome.
confine,
Confine, confine.
prospect,
Prospect, prospect.
conduct,
Conduct, conduct.
volume,
Volume, volume.
proportion,
Proportion, proportion.
approach,
Approach, approach.
technology,
Technology, technology.
labor,
Labor, labor.
analogy,
Analogy, analogy.
protocol,
Protocol, protocol.
instance,
Instance, instance.
series,
Series, series.
bond,
Bond, bond.
root,
Root, root.
thesis,
Thesis, thesis.
logic,
Logic, logic.
media,
Media, media.
area,
Area, area.
bias,
Bias, bias.
comment,
Comment, comment.
contract,
Contract, contract.
emphasis,
Emphasis, emphasis.
sphere,
Sphere, sphere.
goal,
Goal, goal.
trend,
Trend, trend.
authority,
Authority, authority.
capacity,
Capacity, capacity.
commodity,
Commodity, commodity.
credit,
Credit, credit.
format,
Format, format.
community,
Community, community.
status,
Status, status.
decade,
Decade, decade.
schedule,
Schedule, schedule.
entity,
Entity, entity.
vision,
Vision, vision.
release,
Release, release.
revenue,
Revenue, revenue.
income,
Income, income.
commission,
Commission, commission.
export,
Export, export.
input,
Input, input.
attribute,
Attribute, attribute.
ideology,
Ideology, ideology.
index,
Index, index.
attitude,
Attitude, attitude.
debate,
Debate, debate.
feature,
Feature, feature.
advocate,
Advocate, advocate.
topic,
Topic, topic.
insert,
Insert, insert.
challenge,
Challenge, challenge.
survey,
Survey, survey.
access,
Access, access.
currency,
Currency, currency.
generation,
Generation, generation.
colleague,
Colleague, colleague.
encounter,
Encounter, encounter.
chart,
Chart, chart.
design,
Design, design.
estate,
Estate, estate.
network,
Network, network.
site,
Site, site.
culture,
Culture, culture.
file,
File, file.
issue,
Issue, issue.
practitioner,
Practitioner, practitioner.
drama,
Drama, drama.
decline,
Decline, decline.
phenomenon,
Phenomenon, phenomenon.
project,
Project, project.
symbol,
Symbol, symbol.
institute,
Institute, institute.
incline,
Incline, incline.
psychology,
Psychology, psychology.
image,
Image, image.
sex,
Sex, sex.
license,
License, license.
option,
Option, option.
theory,
Theory, theory.
cycle,
Cycle, cycle,
stress,
stress, stress,
research,
research, research,
lecture,
lecture, lecture,
exploit,
exploit, exploit,
margin,
margin, margin,
portion,
portion, portion,
couple,
couple, couple,
range,
range, range,
item,
item, item,
benefit,
benefit, benefit,
factor,
factor, factor,
scheme,
scheme, scheme,
impact,
impact, impact,
priority,
priority, priority,
sequence,
sequence, sequence,
scope,
scope, scope,
principle,
principle, principle,
perspective,
perspective, perspective,
journal,
journal, journal,
extract,
extract, extract,
exhibit,
exhibit, exhibit,
conflict,
conflict, conflict,
strategy,
strategy, strategy,
chapter,
chapter, chapter,
section,
section, section,
philosophy,
philosophy, philosophy,
levy,
levy, levy,
text,
text, text,
integrity,
integrity, integrity,
policy,
policy, policy,
regime,
regime, regime,
job,
job, job,
guideline,
guideline, guideline,
category,
category, category,
overlap,
overlap, overlap,
theme,
theme, theme,
author,
author, author,
academy,
academy, academy,
panel,
panel, panel,
shift,
shift, shift,
transfer,
transfer, transfer,
device,
device, device,
consent,
consent, consent,
formula,
formula, formula,
pose,
pose, pose,
data,
data, data,
resource,
resource, resource,
trace,
trace, trace,
sum,
sum, sum,
highlight,
highlight, highlight,
roll,
roll, roll,
via,
via, via,
despite,
despite, despite,
exceed,
exceed, exceed,
confer,
confer, confer,
fluctuate,
fluctuate, fluctuate,
vary,
vary, vary,
emerge,
emerge, emerge,
occur,
occur, occur,
innovate,
innovate, innovate,
intervene,
intervene, intervene,
cooperate,
cooperate, cooperate,
recover,
recover, recover,
reside,
reside, reside,
demonstrate,
demonstrate, demonstrate,
impose,
impose, impose,
presume,
presume, presume,
deviate,
deviate, deviate,
discriminate,
discriminate, discriminate,
seek,
seek, seek,
contribute,
contribute, contribute,
react,
react, react,
remove,
remove, remove,
migrate,
migrate, migrate,
proceed,
proceed, proceed,
differentiate,
differentiate, differentiate,
submit,
submit, submit,
mediate,
mediate, mediate,
obtain,
obtain, obtain,
communicate,
communicate, communicate,
coincide,
coincide, coincide,
correspond,
correspond, correspond,
interact,
interact, interact,
rely,
rely, rely.
survive,
Survive, survive.
immigrate,
Immigrate, immigrate.
respond,
Respond, respond.
consist,
Consist, consist.
conform,
Conform, conform.
adjust,
Adjust, adjust.
diminish,
Diminish, diminish.
relax,
Relax, relax.
convert,
Convert, convert.
automate,
Automate, automate.
commence,
Commence, commence.
assist,
Assist, assist.
compensate,
Compensate, compensate.
participate,
Participate, participate.
publish,
Publish, publish.
substitute,
Substitute, substitute.
derive,
Derive, derive.
accumulate,
Accumulate, accumulate.
transform,
Transform, transform.
alter,
Alter, alter.
amend,
Amend, amend.
persist,
Persist, persist.
terminate,
Terminate, terminate.
legislate,
Legislate, legislate.
erode,
Erode, erode.
attain,
Attain, attain.
expand,
Expand, expand.
clarify,
Clarify, clarify.
attach,
Attach, attach.
cease,
Cease, cease.
conceive,
Conceive, conceive.
evolve,
Evolve, evolve.
predict,
Predict, predict.
proceed,
Proceed, proceed.
convene,
Convene, convene.
resolve,
Resolve, resolve.
analyze,
Analyze, analyze.
imply,
Imply, imply.
devote,
Devote, devote.
minimize,
Minimize, minimize.
comprise,
Comprise, comprise.
incorporate,
Incorporate, incorporate.
retain,
Retain, retain.
maintain,
Maintain, maintain.
indicate,
Indicate, indicate.
dispose,
Dispose, dispose.
acknowledge,
Acknowledge, acknowledge.
sustain,
Sustain, sustain.
transmit,
Transmit, transmit.
found,
Found, found.
create,
Create, create.
undertake,
Undertake, undertake.
conclude,
Conclude, conclude.
offset,
Offset, offset.
detect,
Detect, detect.
commit,
Commit, commit.
distribute,
Distribute, distribute.
allocate,
Allocate, allocate.
assign,
Assign, assign.
deny,
Deny, deny.
append,
Append, append.
adapt,
Adapt, adapt.
appreciate,
Appreciate, appreciate.
perceive,
Perceive, perceive.
illustrate,
Illustrate, illustrate.
constitute,
Constitute, constitute.
assess,
Assess, assess.
administer,
Administer, administer.
restore,
Restore, restore.
acquire,
Acquire, acquire.
compute,
Compute, compute.
assume,
Assume, assume.
simulate,
Simulate, simulate.
inspect,
Inspect, inspect.
edit,
Edit, edit.
establish,
Establish, establish.
interpret,
Interpret, interpret.
prohibit,
Prohibit, prohibit.
undergo,
Undergo, undergo.
refine,
Refine, refine.
define,
Define, define.
initiate,
initiate, initiate,
regulate,
regulate, regulate,
utilize,
utilize, utilize,
instruct,
instruct, instruct,
concentrate,
concentrate, concentrate,
exclude,
exclude, exclude,
accompany,
accompany, accompany,
evaluate,
evaluate, evaluate,
expose,
expose, expose,
implicate,
implicate, implicate,
constrain,
constrain, constrain,
consult,
consult, consult,
achieve,
achieve, achieve,
negate,
negate, negate,
ensure,
ensure, ensure,
identify,
identify, identify,
equate,
equate, equate,
accommodate,
accommodate, accommodate,
injure,
injure, injure,
generate,
generate, generate,
enforce,
enforce, enforce,
maximize,
maximize, maximize,
facilitate,
facilitate, facilitate,
isolate,
isolate, isolate,
integrate,
integrate, integrate,
unify,
unify, unify,
involve,
involve, involve,
enable,
enable, enable,
convince,
convince, convince,
assure,
assure, assure,
compile,
compile, compile,
invest,
invest, invest,
manipulate,
manipulate, manipulate,
dominate,
dominate, dominate,
quote,
quote, quote,
enhance,
enhance, enhance,
promote,
promote, promote,
displace,
displace, displace,
investigate,
investigate, investigate,
infer,
infer, infer,
deduce,
deduce, deduce,
distort,
distort, distort,
denote,
denote, denote,
violate,
violate, violate,
underlie,
underlie, underlie,
anticipate,
anticipate, anticipate,
reveal,
reveal, reveal,
restrict,
restrict, restrict,
specify,
specify, specify,
eliminate,
eliminate, eliminate,
consume,
consume, consume,
revise,
revise, revise,
construct,
construct, construct,
modify,
modify, modify,
depress,
depress, depress,
restrain,
restrain, restrain,
cite,
cite, cite,
induce,
induce, induce,
affect,
affect, affect,
require,
require, require,
contradict,
contradict, contradict,
invoke,
invoke, invoke,
transport,
transport, transport,
suspend,
suspend, suspend,
reinforce,
reinforce, reinforce,
occupy,
occupy, occupy,
locate,
locate, locate,
justify,
justify, justify,
confirm,
confirm, confirm,
equip,
equip, equip,
assemble,
assemble, assemble,
pursue,
pursue, pursue,
inhibit,
inhibit, inhibit,